Good morning from Osaka. It's actually already my last full day in Asia, which is crazy because I've been here for almost 4 weeks now. Today, going to the train station, we're going to take a train to Kyoto. Should be a lot of fun. That's it. First place I've come here in Kyoto is the Fushimi Inari Shrine. It's a shrine dedicated to the god Inari, who's like the god of rice and also of foxes, hence the fox right here. It's consistently considered one of the best places to come in Kyoto for sure, and in all of Japan really. It's famous for a long road of red gates, and each gate is like donated by a business or someone who wants to be successful. Enter the section known as the 1,000 Gates. This is very dense. All the gates right next to each other. Very cool.
So the bigger gates cost a lot more. So perhaps a more wealthy businessman would have purchased a larger gate for his business. And on the back, they've written the date on which the gate was dedicated.
Not really sure what this area is right here, but there's less people, so... And there's still plenty of the gates up here. Pretty cool.
They fish.
Yes.
And they're very savvy.
Oh, turtle.
Yeah, we call it the suppon. And a little bit dangerous. How long are we gonna stay in Japan?
I leave tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I talked briefly with that man right there feeding the fishes, and it turns out that his son and daughter-in-law live in Michigan. Pretty weird coincidence.
Well, this is as far up as I'm gonna go. Behind me, the lovely city of Kyoto.
I think I might have gotten a little lost because no more torii gates, instead all of these houses. Oh, I think we're supposed to go this way.
I can totally see why Fushimi Inari Taisha is the #1 tourist destination in Japan. But now, time to see what else Kyoto has to offer.
Right now I'm at a very famous site in Kyoto called King Kakuji, or the Golden Pavilion. It's basically a Buddhist temple that is completely covered with gold.
It's actually crazy, the building, it's just so beautiful and majestic. King Kakuji, absolutely brilliant. Some really nice gardens around it as well. Next up, time to go get some food. Just gonna pop in for a soba lunch.
This restaurant is very traditional Japanese style.
Alright, I got off the bus and I'm walking towards what's called Ginkakuji. So like King Kakuji, which is the golden pavilion, Ginkakuji is the silver pavilion, but I don't think it's actually covered in silver. Let's go find out. I feel like even though the pavilion here itself is not as impressive as King Kakuji, I think the gardens here are much more impressive. Way bigger, just a lot more greenery. It's so beautiful here. Behind me is Ginkakuji, and I would definitely have to say that the name is a misnomer. It's not silver, it's just like wood with some like white paint. Probably they have named it as an allusion to King Kakuji. Now I'm walking along a pathway called Tetsugaku no Michi, or the Philosopher's Path, and it is named in honor of Nishida Kitaru, who was a famous Japanese philosopher, and he would walk along this path every day on his way to the Kyoto University during the Meiji period, and they dedicated this pathway in honor of him. Perhaps walking along it will give me an opportunity to clear my mind.
This is the entrance to the Kyoto Imperial Palace.
I have a feeling that, like the Tokyo Imperial Palace, I won't be allowed to go into the palace, or probably not even into the ground itself, but hopefully I'll be able to walk around the park that surrounds the palace.
Well, here's the main entrance, and it looks very much closed. Heading now to Nishihi Market, which is the main market here in Kyoto. Basically one long covered street flanked by lots of food. Okay, this area is called Gion, which is famous for having geishas, but odds are we will not see any. That's a geisha right there.
Well, Kyoto, it's been real, but time to go back to Osaka.
Pokemon store here in Osaka is a lot more calm. That's definitely a good thing. And an entire room for playing the Pokemon card game.
Wanted to grab some sushi one last time before I left Japan. Looks great. Let's dig in. Alright, so the sushi comparison, I'd say the price definitely a bit more expensive than the conveyor sushi, but nowhere near as expensive as the sushi that I had with Ken. And I would also say that that price still really reflects the quality. Some of that nigiri, amazing, especially the tuna, quite good. Shrimp was also pretty good. But as for the rest of the nigiri, I would say the quality doesn't compare to what I got back at Tsukiji Fish Market. End of sushi review.
Dotonbori is crazy busy on a Monday night.
I guess it's always a party here in Osaka.
Ready? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I think it's actually crazy how different Osaka is from Tokyo. Such a rich nightlife on a Monday night. Everybody is out having fun, partying, and I think that's what makes this city so special. You know, today was my last full day in Asia. I'm so glad I got to spend the last month here. It was an amazing time. I got to do so much cool stuff, visit so many different places, but tomorrow, going back to the US. That's the end of today's vlog.